senior year of high school, not to toot my own horn, but I was actually considered to be one of the best, if not the best player on my basketball team. And that came with its own set of perks, one of those perks being woman. And I'll be honest with you guys, I've always been the type of guy that's cared about his style, his aesthetic, you know, the way I carry myself. I never thought it was an insecurity to care about how other people perceived you. I think if anything, that is something you should be proud of. Not in a toxic way, but in a way where you feel proud of the person you portray yourself to be. But anyway, because of those things, you mix having a pretty decent social status with being a pretty good basketball player. That's gotta be a recipe to get any girl you want, right? Kinda not really. See, getting girls to be interested in you is only half of the battle. She might think you're cute or attractive, but if you're still a loser behind a handsome face, you might as well have not had anything at all. This was my biggest dilemma. It's not that I couldn't get girls to be interested in me, it was more about what I did with their interest after I got it. I always fumbled that bag. So boom. There was this girl, let's just call her Effie. Now, I first saw Effie when I was playing one of my rival schools during a basketball game. And y'all know how get down when the hoes are watching, man. I had one of the best games in my entire career. Now, we did end up losing, but the way I performed, I guess it was enough to catch Effie's attention because she came up to me after the game and said, "Maybe better luck next time, Mr. 25. Now, I was shocked, I'm not gonna lie, because I wasn't really used to girls shooting their shot with me. And maybe she wasn't even shooting her shot. Within context of what just took place, it wasn't out of the realm of possibility. She was just trying to have a goofy conversation. But really quick, I want to talk to you guys about how important confidence is for us guys out here in so many different aspects in our life, especially if we're talking about interacting with women. And let's be honest and admit to the fact that if we're dealing with acne problems, that can be a huge hit to our self-esteem. It's real hard to feel good about yourself when you're looking in the mirror and you're battling breakouts every day. And sometimes finding the right solution just kind of feels impossible. But our good friends over at Teach Hanley, they have the tools to help change that as the sponsor of today's video. Some of you guys know how big of an advocate I've been for Teach Hanley because they've made skincare so simple for men with their innovative Clear Teach acne system. Whether you've been struggling with acne for years or you're just kind of starting to see it pop up, these systems have everything you need to start taking control back of your skin. So I'm going to suggest that you guys start with the level 1 Teach Clear Acne Essentials. This system includes everything you need to combat against acne. The acne face wash, this is going to be great for removing the dirt, the oil, and all the things that clog your pores. It penetrates deep to clear acne at the source. No AO needed. The glycolic pads, these are pre-soaked pads that are very easy to use to help exfoliate your skin, eliminating dead skin, minimizing your pores, and reducing blackheads. And the acne serum has got to be a secret weapon, bro, because this fights against acne causing bacteria, reducing redness, aids in skin recovery, and it actually makes your skin stronger to help prevent future breakouts. Over 80% of the men that have actually used Teach Clear have seen a huge increase in the improvement of their skin with only in 2 months. Teach is specifically made for men's skincare, and because us men tend to have thicker skin, sometimes more oily, and you know, when we're shaving, we're more prone to irritation. When you have a brand that is specifically made to help with men's skincare, it makes all the difference. Every box comes with the instruction card that makes it so easy to know how much to apply, when to apply it. You can never go wrong with this. Since Teach Hanley is sponsoring this video, they're hooking us up again. Click the link in the description and get 40% off your first Teach Clear Acne System and a free gift. You guys already know what it is. Don't wait. Click the link in the description and start your skincare journey today. But like I said before, I already thought this girl was cute, so I mustered up enough courage to talk to her. We went back and forth a little bit, and by the end of the conversation, I was able to get her number. So some time passes, and we're texting back and forth, and for the most part, things are going pretty smooth. As far as I can tell, she's responding fast to all my text messages. Our conversations were far from boring, and I could already feel my immature self starting to catch feelings, if I'm being honest. So at the time of this situationship, Valentine's Day was like right around the corner. I would say about 3 to 4 days out. So somehow I work up the nerve to ask Effie if she wanted to hang out with me on Valentine's Day. You know, cute little date type shit. She was like, yeah, I'm down. So I'm like, all right, bet, you know, send me your address so I know how far you are from my house, and you know, I could just plan ahead type. So now I'm feeling good, man. I just got this cute girl's number. We vibing. Just set up the date, man, on Valentine's Day. Oh yeah, there's no way I can mess this up. So boom, fast forward a little bit more, and about 24 hours out from the day that we're supposed to hang out, for some reason, I start to feel like Effie's vibes a little bit off. She wasn't responding as fast to my text and shit. And I genuinely was trying to do my best to tell myself that it wasn't a big deal, but it was just a drastic change from how well our conversation was going over the past few days to now she's like barely responding. So right around like 8 p.m., I kind of just say, fuck it, I'm just gonna ask her again. Are we still hanging out tomorrow? 1 hour goes by, no response. 2 hours go by, no response. 5 hours go by, and now it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and she gonna hit me back with, my bad, I missed this, how was your day today? What? Not only did you ignore my shit all day, then when you finally decide to answer my shit at 2 o'clock in the morning, by the way, you avoid a very direct question and change the subject. Now, I've talked to you guys about things like this in other videos on my channel, but sometimes we just set ourselves up for failure. We see the red flags right in front of us, but we like self-sabotage ourselves into thinking that it's something that it's not. Because even though I genuinely feel like things were going smooth up until this point, the very moment where I started to realize that she was kind of backpedaling and falling back, that should have been enough confirmation for me to know, like, okay, maybe she's doing something, maybe she's busy, but for whatever reason, I'm not the priority. So I shouldn't be overly obsessing and making her mine. But of course, when you start catching feelings for someone, we just start to make up these bullshit scenarios on trying to make it make sense why they're not talking to us. But the hardcore truth is, especially as like a high school teenager, y'all motherfuckers be on your phone like 70% of the day. So you're not gonna tell me if the person that you're talking to, you're actually interested in talking to them. I'm not saying that they're gonna be responding minute after minute. No, you know, people should have lives, but they're not gonna disappear for 10 plus hours with no reason or, you know, explanation, like they just left you hanging out to dry. Like, that's not gonna be the case if they fuck with you. So this was my first red flag to not necessarily cut her off or anything, but just fall back and chill. Like, it's not that deep. But that's not what I did. I ended up responding to her messages, not even acknowledging what I had asked her in the first place. And of course, at 2 o'clock in the morning, she left my ass undelivered, and I didn't even hear from her till the next day. So now it's Valentine's Day, the day of our date. And when I tell you this girl is still responding slow as shit. And more importantly, there has still been no conversation about us hanging out. So now I'm starting to feel all anxious and flustered inside because it's like, I really like this girl and I want to hang out with her. And she said that we were going to hang out, but you know, I don't want to be too pushy. Maybe she'll bring it up. Hopefully she does. Newsflash, nigga. The day ends again and there's still no word of us hanging out. Shit's crazy, bro. And she's still responding slow of shit. Of course she is. Now, current me looking back at myself in this situation, I really should have just fell back, like all the way back. Again, not because I'm mad at her or it's a big deal, because it's really not. Anything could have been happening in the world, but the fact that I'm just obsessing, I'm getting anxious, my day is being ruined because I'm obsessing over, oh, I want to hang out with her so bad. It's like, I just needed to relax, take a deep breath, and go on about my business. If a girl flakes on you, it's really not that big of a deal. But as a man, you do have to have some level of like, okay, I'm just gonna match the energy. Matter of fact, I'll do another one. I'm going above and beyond and focusing on myself. Like, you flaking on me is not disrupting the flow of my day-to-day life. But when you're overly emotional, you're, you know what I'm saying? It's like she's in control of your emotions. And it's not like I didn't have nothing to do. I was a student athlete. I had practice, I had homework, you know, I could have been studying. There's so many other things that I had in my life to be occupying my time with. But instead, you know, I'm just sitting there, Did she text me back? Oh fuck, it's just another email. Did she text me back? Oh no, it's just that discount code from that bullshit I signed up for a week ago. Fuck, man. I'm down bad. If I were to just fall back and allow things to flow naturally, things might have just worked in my favor. Maybe. Because girls don't like niggas that be doing too much. It's like, it's repulsive. You know, niggas don't even like other niggas that be doing too much. It's like, you don't even like when your friends are like, you know, cringy and overly obsessive. It's like, bro, get off my cock, bro. Like, let me breathe. You know what I'm saying? You do that with your homies. Bro, the girls don't like that shit either, bro. So now I'm stressed out. I'm sitting there deeply thinking to myself, like, where did I go wrong? I'm scrolling through our old messages, trying to figure out when the self-sabotage started. And sure enough, I didn't really see anything. And if my memory serves me correctly, it wasn't really anything that I said. It just felt like she just randomly flaked on me for some reason. Guess what? Berto makes another dumb decision. I convinced myself maybe I wasn't applying enough pressure. Maybe since we missed Valentine's Day, she wants me to make it up to her. She's gonna think I'm so cute if I go get her some flowers and some chocolate and oh, and I still have her address from when she sent it to me, so maybe I could just go drop it off to her house. Slow down, bro. Calm down. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro, I'm still proud of myself because I feel like there was a line of cringy shit that I didn't do growing up. But looking back, it's like, damn, some of the shit I did, I was like, oh my God, that was fucking cringe, bro. That was weak. That was some weak ass shit, I ain't gonna lie. But it is what it is. Everything I went through, it forced me to level up to become the man I am today. You know, I'm still improving, I'm still getting better, but you know, I'm proud to say that like a lot of the problems that I used to deal with, I am not dealing with now. So sometimes you really gotta go through it to get through it. So I go and buy this girl some roses and some chocolates. I'm in my car listening to Drake, baby, my birthday, you know, we can do it real good. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting the vibe going. I'm like, yo, this is the best I ever had. Best I ever had. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I believe I know what you are saying.
I'm on my way to this girl's house who didn't invite me. Like a fucking weirdo. Woo! Party! Woo! Man. Oh my God. So I pull up. I get out the car. Put the roses, the chocolate, and the note that I forgot to mention that I wrote a fucking cringy love letter to her. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't even remember what I wrote on there, but it had to have sounded some shit like, hey, happy late Valentine's Day. I really like you, blah, blah, blah. Cringe, cringe, cringe. I'm a fucking idiot. I don't remember what I said word for word, but that literally might as well have been what I wrote on that paper, bruh. So here's the best part. I start walking away from her house, right? And I come up with another bright idea. You guys ready for it? What if Effie is home right now? Wouldn't she think it's so cute and romantic if I knocked on the door instead and gave it to her myself? Now we're cooking. I'm cooking. If I could go back in time and like see myself, oh yeah, I would literally choke him to death. I turn around and knock on this lady's door. When I tell you that had to be the longest 10 seconds of my life, it was bad. I'm getting nervous, anxiety's building up. I'm like, oh shit, I'm about to do it. This lady answers the door, and I think it's safe to assume it was her mom. Hey, I'm sorry to bother you, but is Effie home? My name's Berto, and I'm just one of her friends. Effie? Oh, I mean, no, she's not home right now. She's actually out with her boyfriend. But I'll let her know you stopped by. Is there anything I can do for you? Berto, you said it was?
Pain, sorrow, despair, tragedy. Don't you understand? You've played us like a fool. You are nothing. Love? Why would she ever love someone like you? She's laughing at you right now, Berto. They're laughing at you right now, Berto. Poor little Berto. nothing but a simple little simp boy. You should have known better. Matter of fact, you did know better. But you chose to fantasize over something that didn't even exist. You deserve this. Now suffer in despair.
That drive home was so dark for me. I genuinely was like going through my head, questioning myself, like, why did she do this to me? She had a boyfriend this whole time? That doesn't even make sense. Why would she entertain me and make it seem as if she liked me, but then just leave me hanging out to dry? And like, what? Only a couple hours later, bro, I was blocked on everything. And I'm assuming it's because her mom told her that Berto came to the house and dropped off all this shit like a fucking creep. So, fair play, I guess. But I'll be honest with you guys, there in that moment, I didn't truly understand the full capacity of the situation. I was so upset. I was literally angry for months because I felt played. I felt taken advantage of. And as I got older, I found myself constantly revisiting this situation. And I now understand that it was my fault. Yes, was she wrong with the idea of potentially cheating on her boyfriend? Sure. But I don't know the full extent of that. Like, I barely knew this girl, so I don't really even know what the dynamic between her and that man was. So I can't give you guys an honest, full perspective on something that I didn't even understand. But what I do know is I became so infatuated with somebody that I just met. I just started to get to know them. It's only been a couple of weeks since we started talking. Yeah, the vibes were good most of the time, but I didn't know this person. Yet I was on the other end of this, obsessing over her damn near. I was lying to myself, trying to make sense of why she wasn't responding to me. And then I went as far as trying to gift her to be Mr. Cute Simp Guy, hoping desperately that she would validate my feelings. That's my bad. Kurama, go sit down. Please. I'm almost done. If I were to just fall back and keep it bruh, it wouldn't have even been that serious. One or the two things might have happened. She might have actually continued talking to me. We continued to build a relationship over time and, you know, see where it goes. Or she stands on that shit, doesn't really vibe with me. She goes on with her boyfriend apparently. And because I'm not overly emotionally like fucked up about the situation, nothing changes. I'm still good. I'm still living my life. I'm still focused on what I'm doing. I'm good. If I would have approached it with that energy, I'm sure if this boyfriend was an issue, it would have came to the forefront at some point in time, and I would have been able to deal with it better because I would have more details on the situation. The point is, bro, do not chase and be desperate. Desperation is always going to be the enemy. I've said this in multiple videos, but I'll say it again. You must remain neutral because heightened emotions will motivate you to do things that aren't smart. Understand that the best relationships are built on mutual respect and organic connection. So if you ever feel like you're fighting yourself for somebody, or if you're making up crazy scenarios in your head just for it to make sense for the person that you're pursuing, you need to just take a step back, take a deep breath and relax. Calm your ass down. It's not that deep, but your emotions are trying to make it feel like it is. I hope you guys gained some value from this video. I was definitely very hesitant to tell this story because this has to be one of my most embarrassing relationship woman type of video. I feel like I went out pretty sad in this one, but at the end of the day, all mistakes have lessons in them, man, and you know, I hope you guys learned something from mine. Join the Discord for free where you can stay up to date with the community and everything that's going on with this channel and this amazing community. We're almost at 200,000 subscribers here on this channel. It feels like yesterday we just got that plaque for 100,000. So thank you guys so much. I love you guys. My name's Berto, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Where you at, Berto?